Hello, my friends. I'm standing here in the terraces on the Echinacea terrace. Behind me up here is the mugwort terrace, which is 8-10 feet tall, and this gorgeous stand of late Echinacea. These flowers are past their peak. The petals are fading. This is late season. They're beginning to go to seed. So what I'm out here doing is the first part of what's going to be a 3-part harvest to make an Echinacea tincture. That's an extraction in alcohol that will draw out the medicine of this plant. But I'm going to get 3 different parts of this plant. The flowering tops, which I'm going to harvest today. Then there's the seed heads, which aren't quite ready yet. And then the latest of all is the root. We will dig up and process some of this root, which will be the last step that I'll show you. And then we'll combine all 3 of those plant parts into one tincture. So that is what I'm going to do today. All right, join me on the harvest.
Right, so it was very hot this day, and luckily I didn't have to get too much. I ended up harvesting about 10 pounds wet. I only got the most viable and fresh of the flowering tops. As I say, many of them were fading. So anyway, you'll excuse me without a shirt. It was much more humid than normal, as I explain later in the video. So now I bring them over to the herb house, and I'll explain that step when we get there.
So this is the herb drying house, a small facility where we dry and process herbs. Let me show you our drying rack system. What I have here is hanging drying racks of various sizes. You can see here we've got some herbs drying. So I'm about ready to buck up these flowers into manageable size so that they'll sit on the drying racks, and then we'll let them dry for a few weeks. And then when we go back and do the fall harvest of the seed head and the rootstock, we'll blend all of this together to make a tincture. And I'll show you that in another part. So now we're gonna just leave the herbs here. I try to leave enough space so that air can circulate. There's more moisture in the air than normal, so I'm more concerned with spoilers than usual. So definitely like to let it breathe, and we'll check on it. It's the first several days that's the most crucial, that it not stay too wet. We want some drying to happen real fast. So these guys will become bone dry, and then we will chop them up, blend them with seed and root to make a tincture. All right, hope you enjoyed this step. I'll see you next time for the second part. Ciao.